guys, I wanted to do an update video for you on how I'm managing my gastroparesis, what I'm doing for my treatment. Um, I have, I'm pretty stable weight-wise, I guess. I kind of fluctuate a couple pounds, but right now I'm not tolerating a lot of solid food, so I mostly do smoothies. I do smoothies twice a day, and then the rest of the day I either have some sort of snacks like that I make, or whatever I feel like I can eat. So sometimes it's some organic French fries, or sometimes it's some gluten-free bread that I have made, or sometimes it's like rice, and stuff like that. So that's pretty much it. I haven't really been able to tolerate any real meals or anything like that for a little while. So it's doing this, what I'm doing now, has cut down on the nausea and stomach pain. It's still there, obviously. With gastroparesis, it usually never really leaves, but it's a lot more tolerable for me, so to where I don't need to take Zofran, or I'm not completely incapacitated. So the smoothie, I'm able to, they're about 500 calories. I'm able to pack a bunch of stuff in them. I am still mostly plant-based. The only thing that I use is collagen powder for my smoothies. I don't tolerate plant-based protein powders or whey proteins or anything like that. The collagen I tolerate, so I use that along with hemp hearts, hemp seeds, and then like nut butter and stuff like that. So I'll put all kinds of that stuff in there, fruit, sometimes vegetables, and sometimes like coconut butter, if I'm not using a nut butter. And so doing that has actually helps me have some more energy. I feel better. And since I'm able to kind of pack a lot of nutrients in there, it does take me about an hour and a half to drink a smoothie, but I'm still getting it, and it's staying where it needs to go, and it's working out. And the other parts of the day, I just kind of graze, I guess you'd say. And whenever I feel like I can eat something else or put something else in there, and it just kind of varies. Sometimes I have zero appetite at all, so I don't really eat a lot. And then sometimes I wake up at 1 o'clock in the morning and I am starving, and I have to get up and eat like a peanut butter ball, or put something on my stomach. Otherwise, it's really bad. I've been having a lot of reflux issues. Like I have some gurgling, especially at night. Like I'll have gurgling in my throat. So anyway, I go see a new GI doctor next month. This will be like my third or fourth GI doctor. My last GI doctor was great, but he left to go serve on a mission field, which is great, but now I'm stuck again. So I may end up having to take, we're going to see what my acid is doing. In the past, I thought I was getting low stomach acid, and now it seems like that might not be the case, because I do have gastritis also. And so I'm not sure what we're going to do treatment-wise. But I'm pretty sure I'm going to have to get back on an H2 blocker, and then also antihistamine. I've stopped those two because sometimes they slow motility, but the issue with that is I also have mast cell disorder, and stopping my mast cell treatment actually has caused some other issues in my bladder, which I have to go see a doctor for that now, because I think my mast cells are overactive and acting crazy in my bladder and having issues with that. So because I stopped my treatment, other things are kind of falling apart. So I have to kind of weigh the good and the bad, and it looks like God's going to use treatment to kind of help, just kind of help, even though it can hinder some other things, like cause slower motility or whatever. But you're between a rock and a hard place, and so I kind of have to weigh the pros and cons. And right now I really need to be treated for my mast cell disorder. That being said, I will start that treatment after I have to have some testing, some bladder things on the 5th. And so when I do that, they get all I have to be scoped. So when they do all that, then I can get back. I'll do get back on my treatment, and I'm hoping that helps, and that, you know, if nothing else, it helps the mast cell calm down. And even if it doesn't help my gastroparesis, that's okay, because really nothing really has really completely helped with that. Anyhow, long story short, I am still doing natural treatment for my gastroparesis. I'm getting ready to show you kind of what I'm using. This is not any kind of medical advice or anything like that. This is just what I'm using as in my personal journey, or whatever you want to call it, adventure of gastroparesis. And so I'm just kind of putting this out there to give you maybe an idea of something that you haven't thought of, or something maybe naturally for your gastroparesis if you have it. So the first thing is, obviously with gastroparesis we have malabsorption problems. We are low on vitamins and nutrients and things like that, and so a high quality multivitamin is really important. And this is, I use this. This is Mary Ruth Organic. It's a multivitamin, and it's liquid, and it is vegan and all that, and it tastes really good. It doesn't have that, I don't know if you've ever taken liquid vitamins before. They used to make me really sick, very nauseous and very not good, because that you know, vitamins, that vitamin taste, and this doesn't have that. It's very mild, and it's sweetened, I believe, with glycerin, and so there's not even any stevia or monk fruit or any of that stuff in here, thankfully. So this has actually helped me a lot. It helps my lab work stay balanced, I guess, or in the normal range. Also, because I eat mostly plant-based, and or I can't eat a lot of things, I do take an omega supplement, and these are gummies, easier for me to eat and chew and digest, and they are kosher. They're vegan. I also take a calcium supplement. This is a liquid filled capsule, and I like this because it absorbs better for me, but I only take that 3 days a week. And then before I eat or drink my smoothies, I take some enzymes, and these are the enzymes that I use. These again are from Mary Ruth. I love her stuff. She has really high quality supplements, and they're vegan, and I don't have to worry about them, you know, not being kosher or anything like that. And then also I take some trifala still. I know that's something I took in the past for this. This is a natural motility herb. So actually 3, because of the trifala part. But so there's 3 herbs in here that help promote motility of your GI system. It, you know, it kind of varies on whether when it works or not. Yeah, sometimes it doesn't, but we do what we had to do. And then I also take Mary Ruth's vitamin D gummies. Same thing, these are kosher, vegan, and they're easier to absorb. My vitamin D levels are pretty low, and I also take a vitamin B12 spray of Mary Ruth, but I didn't bring it over here. And then I also take a liquid probiotic from Mary Ruth, and this one you can either do drops, droppers, or this one I spray. You just spray it in your mouth. It is soil based, but it is it just tastes like water. It has no flavor at all, and it's very, for me personally, I have had huge troubles with probiotics, whether I tolerate them or not, and I tolerate this one amazingly. It's just, it's great. And then every night before I go to bed, I take, I can't take like over-the-counter like stool softeners or anything like that. So this is, I take this. This is an herbal, kind of an herbal natural stool softener. And it also has trifala in this, but it has the aloe and turkey, rhubarb, slippery elm, and marshmallow root. And that helps me kind of be a little more regular, to kind of keep things working a little lower down. My intestines, if I can do these things, do function normal, function not normal, but not stopped, I guess. Like, they function better than my stomach, I'll just say that. My stomach is slow, but my, you know, intestines, if given the right circumstances, they will try to function fairly decent. Now, with gastroparesis, if I eat too much fiber, it shuts them down. If I don't eat enough fiber, it shuts them down. So I usually try to aim for 25 grams of 25 grams of fiber a day. And I get that because with my smoothies. So normally I wouldn't be able to eat that much fiber and my everything function okay, but because I can put it in a smoothie and I have a Vitamix and it grinds everything up very finely, I don't have as much trouble, and I'm still able to get that fiber in me. So yeah, so that's kind of what I've been doing, and it's working out so far. You know, I can't take really the conventional, you know, Reglan. I had issues with Reglan because of the tremors, and then like I couldn't take the erythromycin they try to give you, but I have a neuromuscular disease that is exacerbated by antibiotics in certain categories, and that is one of them. And so I'm just thankful that I do have some natural way to be able to manage this gastroparesis. Now, when it's really bad, I also do have Zofran that I do take on occasion, but it does cause me migraines. So I take that when I'm just you know, undone and I can't, nothing else is working. And I also use my, I have a heating pad that I use quite frequently, almost every night, because evenings are the hardest for me. My stomach pain and nausea and all of that comes back at night, because whatever I eat during the day sometimes stacks up, and so it just sits there and hurts. And the heating pad that I use is just a rice one that you put in your microwave. And my camera just overheated and died. So what I was trying to say, what I was saying before is I also use that heating pad, but I use a rice one that I just put in the microwave and heat up in the microwave and put on my stomach, and that helps. And sometimes I even take it to bed with me, and to kind of help my stomach through the night, and that helps a lot. So that's all I'm doing, and I would consider myself stable right now, even though I'm not normal in the sense of I can eat a lot of solid food. But right now my body is okay on what I'm doing with my liquid, basically liquid diet, with a little snacks and some occasional rice or potatoes, or whatever else I can kind of pasta that I can do okay with throughout the day, or one time a day with that. So that's what's working for me. So I just encourage you guys that have gastroparesis to hang in there. I know it's very difficult. It is a very hard row to hoe. Is that how you say that? But it's a hard road anyway. And but there is hope in the daily, I would say. I know for me, I had to kind of give up my overall hope a little bit, or I had to give up, I didn't have to give up the overall hope. I had to kind of give up the daily hope. I said that backwards. I apologize. So my hope, I was always hoping like on the daily that, oh, today's, you know, going to be the day that, you know, everything changes. But I kind of had to give that up. And I wanted to talk a little bit about that and a little more. So I've had to let go of a lot of things in order to basically heal myself mentally, emotionally of gastroparesis, so that makes sense. Physically, I haven't changed. Well, I have changed a little bit, but I've had to kind of let go of that hope of every day, you know, I wake up and this food's going to work, and this one's going to work, and this is going to do that, and everything in it, because it hasn't changed. And so in order for me to kind of move on with my life, instead of being stuck in a portal of negativity, the future of this channel is going to reflect that. So basically, I am going to be leaving YouTube. I will no longer be doing these videos. I just wanted to do this one to kind of give you guys an update, because for those who do watch the channel for the gastroparesis stuff or my health stuff. But I will no longer be posting about my health on YouTube, and most likely not on Facebook. If I do post any updates or anything, they will be on Instagram. That is the only place, the platform that I will use to kind of do updates with. But for the most part, I'm kind of walking away from that, stepping away, letting that go. I'm actually going to end up leaving my gastroparesis groups, and that's not for everyone. I realize that, but for me, the constant reminder of the agony and the anguish and the horror and the suffering that we go through with gastroparesis, when I go in those groups and I see that, for me personally, I have a hard time filtering through all of that. I hold on to a lot of that, and it kind of just starts discouraging me and bringing me down, and I start thinking about my own health and where my future is headed, and what my life is going to be like, and I can get very discouraged, and I have to get away from that. So I kind of have to put this all on the back burner of my life and just put the other things on the front burner, if that makes sense. And that's what I have to do for me. So I will not be making any more health videos. And if I do anything else on this channel, it'll just be homestead related, but I don't even think I'll be doing that. I am not a good video person. I'm not a good vlogger. But if I do any videos or anything on the homestead, it'll probably be over on Instagram, where I do those like in the stories on Instagram or something like that. So if you want to follow me on Instagram, the link or the handle and all that is in the description below, and you can follow me there. And like I said, if you want any health stuff, that's where it will be. So instead of having 3 different platforms for health, I'm just going to leave that to Instagram. And whenever I feel like sharing things about, raising awareness for certain things, that's where it's going to be at. But the rest of that I have to let go in order to just be able to move forward and actually get out of the pit of despair. And that's what I have to do for myself. So I appreciate everyone who's watched any of these videos. I will leave them up on this channel for future, reference, or people who stumble across them that need any kind of guidance or help, or to know that they're not alone. They will stay there, but I won't be making any new ones, if that makes sense. So I just wanted to give you guys that update. I'm going to insert some pictures here, just to kind of show a little bit of the gastroparesis struggle, like what my stomach goes through, just for other people who may be dealing with this, that they are not alone in how they look, or how their stomach looks, or how things happen for no reason at all. You could eat 1 bite of food and it can look like this. And this is the way my stomach normally looks. Yeah, so as you can see, the before and after of that is pretty dramatic, but that's what I deal with almost every day. And it goes up and down like that all the time. Sometimes I'll have a stretch of the other picture, the normal one, and then sometimes I have times where the before picture is like that for like a week. So just wanted you guys to see kind of a little bit of the gastroparesis part of that symptom that we deal with. But just know you're not alone if you're dealing with that. It's it's not good. It's not fun, and it's uncomfortable. But anyway, so anyway, I don't know, but I'll see you over on Instagram maybe. So yeah, if you're over there, I will say hi. I guess I will see you guys when I see you over there. And thanks for watching, and thanks for the prayers throughout this whole journey, these last 2 years, with the gastroparesis part. And I appreciate you. And this is me signing off.